Good morning. Welcome to worship in the Lenne Valley Benefice on the 19th of July. My name is John. I'm the vicar of the four churches in the Lenne Valley Benefice. That's Bourton Mallob, Lenham, Harwich and Aldcombe. And I'm going to lead us through some worship this morning. We're going to start with an introduction and a reading, and then there will be a video with a short talk, and then some singing that you are very welcome to join in with, and then there will be some prayers and a blessing. Before all that, a few notices, and firstly to say that actually this is a very exciting Sunday because today we are starting worship again. In this particular Sunday outside two of our churches, in Harwich and in Aldcombe. And then next week we are having a service outside the church in Bourton Mallob. And then on the 9th of August we're having a service outside the church in Lenham. And there are other services happening in between as well. On the 2nd of August we have Holy Communion in Bourton Mallob, Harwich and Aldcombe, and more services as the rest of August goes on. But for the time being, at least, we recognise that not everybody either can or will want to come to our services outside or inside the church. And so we're going to continue to run these online services. And it would be very valuable to me if you could let me know if these are valuable to you as well as we move forward. A few other notices. Firstly, very, very important notice, we have Bishop Rose coming to us virtually on Sunday the 26th of July. And she's joining us. She was going to join us physically a couple of weeks back, but of course she couldn't do that because of the coronavirus. So she's going to join us for a Zoom meeting on the 26th of July. Now, if you're looking at this online, I can't really give you the link because you'd never get it. But what I suggest you do, if you want to join that Zoom meeting, and you're incredibly welcome, is to email me, and then I will email you the link so that you can join in that Zoom meeting. And she's going to talk to us for 10 or 15 minutes, and then there'll be an opportunity to ask questions about her. And she's such an interesting person. She's been chaplain to the Queen, chaplain to the House of Commons, the Speaker in the House of Commons, and also she's the first black woman to be a bishop in the Church of England. So many, many things that you might like to ask her about her past or her present, her vision for the diocese, or what she found of those odd people that we call members of Parliament. And if a member of Parliament is watching this, then please hear my tongue-in-cheek. Also, a notice if you're in Lenham that Claire Houston is going to very kindly run some sessions called Harp and Soul, where she's going to play for us. That's on the 15th, the 22nd and the 29th of July. Play her harp between 11:30 and 12:15. And again, you're very welcome to just come and sit, and that there'll be social distancing in the pews, but come and sit and enjoy the peace. And particularly if you have felt, and I'd be surprised if you haven't, if you have felt this whole pandemic to be a very confusing and troubling time, then come and sit, be still, pray, and sense God's love for you as Claire plays the harp in those times. And we're very grateful to her. And then lastly, we will be starting up Holy Communion services. We have looked very carefully at the Church of England's advice on how to do that, and I will say more about that towards the end of today's recordings. So let's have a moment in silence, and then I'm going to read our reading for today, which is Romans chapter 8, verses 14 to 26, a passage that I really love. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. The Spirit you received does not make you slaves, so that you live in fear again. Rather, the Spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship. And by him we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself testifies with our spirits that we are God's children. Now, if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ, if indeed we share in the sufferings, in order that we may also share in his glory. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be. We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to the present time. Not only so, but we ourselves who have the first fruits of the Spirit groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for our adoption to sonship, the redemption of our bodies. For in this hope we were saved. But hope that is seen is no hope at all. Who hopes for what they already have? But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weaknesses. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So, if you'd like to move on to the next video, you will find that that is a reflection for today.